So I'm continuing on my real estate journey, and I finally got to a new section, my stuff. And it says investment returns. So there's a lot of words, a lot of acronym. I don't know what most of them mean. You know something? I have no idea what's going on.
So we're gonna break this down into two parts. This is the part I take most pride in with the calculator. We spent millions to build it, and most of it came with this stuff. The bottom line is, like we said in the first thing I told you, you want to find someone who tells you want to make an investment. You found your guru who tells you what return should you make.
Right.
I'm investing in this. Every guru has different terminology when they make an investment. Some people say, like I have here at the bottom, IRR, which is internal rate of return. Bottom line is, when I make my money, and all is said and done, I make cash flow every year, I make this profit here, and we sell the building, I cash out along, whatever it is, bottom line is what that work out to, the average rate of return. It's similar to that, but much more complicated to actually the math. Some people say, no, I want to see a multiplier. Bottom line is I invested 100,000. I want to know how much am I going to take out. Am I going to double my money, triple my money? That's what they want. Some people want return on investment. Some people want yield on cost, average cash on cash. Everyone has a different thing that they want. And that's where it starts getting complicated. People say, oh, I need to run a whole spreadsheet of numbers. We spent millions of dollars. Did you answer a few questions here? And it'll calculate for you based on the first tab you did. That's why we have it broken out. Now you understand why we have it broken out where your income and expense that way. We have it broken out where how many years of term. Do you have interest only curve? Is it blended? Do you have a mezz loan? So it can calculate the balances of everything to calculate literally when you're going to want to do the next steps, what's going to happen so that by changing a number, an assumption, you'll be able to get to figure out what is my IRR? What is my equity multiplier? And the cool thing is that if you look, it does the same idea as we spoke about the minimum debt service coverage, right? It does the same thing here. Enter minimum IRR for max purchase price. And if you come in and say, I'm not investing unless I make an 18% return,
Flag me?
It'll flag you and say, well, right now it doesn't work. But if you want to get, then you should, if you lower the purchase price to this amount, based on everything else, it will work. Again, the same idea. You don't have to be this genius to do it. The palm of your hand, you can do a lot more of these numbers. The back of the envelope is how much more powerful. That's the idea.
It's awesome stuff.